Hello, hello, good evening, and welcome to Catch Up with Lala. I hope everyone is well. Thank you for joining me. Hello, American born. Hello, Eloquent. Hello, my good sis Toot Latrice. Hey, innocent instigator. Welcome. Thank you, American born. I was just about to say, can you hear me properly? Hey, good sugar. Hey, twin. Hope you're good today, twin. Hope you're good, sis. Thank you for everybody for joining me. As you saw from the thumbnail, my good, the woman I look up to, Garcelle, unfollow those bitches on Instagram and tell them where to put it. Okay? She said, fresh start, new me. Hello, Betty Boop. Welcome, honey. And she said, I ain't with it. You know what I mean? She's busy rubbing elbows with A-listers. She ain't with it. Why she need to see their mess all day? I'm so happy she unfollowed those heifers. You can see from my thumbnail what I think of them, and I'm so happy. I am so happy. Welcome, everyone. Let me cut up my stuff. I'm a Garcelle supporter every day, all day. Okay? Don't come here looking for mess because you're going to get it. Okay? I just want to make something clear. I just got to make something clear to everybody. Okay? Let me just put this on.
Explain nothing. I don't like explaining myself to niggas. Whatever. It is what it is.
You get it? It is what it is. Okay? I don't like to explain myself. I'm a Garcelle fan, and it is what it is. Go play somewhere else. Don't come over here playing games with me. Hey, Anita J, welcome. So for anyone that wants to come play games with me today, that's what you're going to keep getting, okay? Thank you for joining, everybody. So I had to put this up because I saw this yesterday, but unfortunately I was going through a hard time yesterday. I still am today, but I'm pushing through. Those of you know. So I was just pushing through today, and I thought, let me come on and do this segment because I, really, really wanted to cover this. There's been a lot of talk on social media about Garcelle right now. A lot of people are really riding for her, siding for her, supporting her, and some are not agreeing with her. And it is okay, it is what it is. People are entitled to their opinion. But it's come out that Garcelle has unfollowed all her castmates, previous castmates, her former castmates of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I think sometimes you just got to protect your peace. Why be fake about it? They don't like you, right? You don't like them. Why you need to watch their stories? I ain't going to watch you if I don't like you. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. And I agree with her. Unfollow them because they're non-factors. They had nothing. Garcelle is the only one that's been talked about throughout this whole reunion. Since the trailer has dropped, Garcelle's been the only person they've been speaking about all over social media, right? She is the moment. She created a moment for these women and for the high numbers. People only tuned in to see her facial expressions, and they tuned in to see her walk out. Because they tried to lie to us and say she left mid-filming, but she's a professional. She stayed throughout her filming. She did what she had to do. And then when she saw that there wasn't going to be any resolve and they were on some next level stuff, and, they planned a gang up on her, she was done. She didn't care for the pictures. When she saw what they were doing, because you have to understand, this is a 12-hour filming day. They only showed us snippets of it. You know what I mean? So you have to, there's more to the story than what it is and what they're showing us. And I don't care. I'm with Garcelle through it all. American Born said, no Garcelle slander allowed here. Yes, no Garcelle slander will be tolerated. Okay? Innocent instigator. I wouldn't follow them either. Them them hoes, yes, sir. A bunch of non-factors that are actually think there's something that they're not, and they're mad because she got a career. Like, she can up and leave and has a career that makes money. You know what I mean? That supports her family. She's voted like one of the top 50 most beautiful actresses in Hollywood. Like, you don't get to that level where you are if you didn't have a great reputation. And she has a great one. She can, and you know, she's going to be in a few she's going to be in a new movie. She has sing. She's already on another show. Like, she's winning. She's working. Their life is just that show. They wait all year to find out if they're being picked up. They find out if they're still being kept on, and they start filming. That's all they have. They have nothing outside of the show. Whereas she had the show, used the show for leverage, and then did what she had to do with the show, and then she dipped when she found out these people just only want to see her for what they want to see her as and not give her a chance. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. Okay, let me just show you something that I put together. Okay, let me put this on.
Bye bye, bitch.
So let me play that again.
Bye bye, bitch.
This tickled me so much. This tickled me so much. American born. It tickled me so much. Petty Boop. I'm not joking. I had to do it. I had to do it. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Sutton has been a big disappointment. A big disappointment for me. I don't know what happened with her. I don't know what flipped with her, but the way she been acting and the way she treated Garcelle on that reunion stage was hella disrespectful, and it showed that she can't keep friends. She don't know how to be a supportive friend, and she's absolutely gonna get it next season. She's gonna get it next season. I hope she's prepared. Hey, D Herford, welcome. I hope she's prepared because she's gonna get it next season. How you let down a friend the way you did is absolutely embarrassing. It shows you kind of person you are. It shows that you are not the type that actually, back your friends, even though they backed you. Garcelle was told that Sutton is a liability, and she goes, no, she's not. She stuck up for you. Those other women, the other women in the cast, did not like that. Garcelle was always, sticking up for Sutton. They were like, we can't get to know you because of Sutton. And this is how you want to repay her? You're going to treat her like that when they were coming for her? Like, I know people are saying she might have been medicated. I do not care. I do not care. Okay? To me, it says a lot about your character. It really does. It says a lot about Sutton's character. So it was I'm going to show this. So it was shown, I think, yesterday, it was yesterday. I think no, yeah, yesterday was Friday. This was sent to me, and it said Garcelle unfollowed the entire Real Housewife Beverly Hills cast on Instagram except for Jennifer Tiddy and Kathy Hilton. But she also follows Crystal. If you guys remember Crystal, she still follows them. She still follows her as well. So these are the only 3 that she's following. Oh, she's also following Denise as well. She's also following Denise. But these are the ones, like, as in former castmates, these are the ones that she still continues to follow. And I understand why. Because Crystal, like, yes, she had issues here and there with Sutton, but she stood her ground. Crystal knew what was up. She knew what it was. And Kathy's just Kathy. She's gone with the stars. Like, she's in her own world. She does what she does. It is what it is with Kathy. And Jennifer is such a great addition to the show. I don't know how anyone feels, but for me, I loved seeing her. I loved her quirkiness. I loved her sense of fashion. It was uniquely her. She was different. She was funny. And I loved that she sat there eating some type of you know, I can't remember what it was, but it looked like a chip or a cracker. I don't know what it was. But she just sat there enjoying it. She was enjoying, for her, that reunion was just a show. She wasn't bothered. And I love that about her. I love that she's not bothered. Hey, Cece, welcome. Welcome, Cece. I love that she wasn't bothered. Um, and this is what you can see that she unfollowed everyone. So Sutton is gone. Understandable. Kyle is gone. Dorit is gone. Erika's gone. The Bozo is gone. And it's only those lot that remain. And I'm not going to lie. She did what she had to do. It is what it is. It is what it is. You can't tell Garcelle nothing. You can't tell Garcelle nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Because at this point, enough is enough. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to play a clip. I think there was this part where, I don't know if I even have it, but hopefully I do. There was a part where, the ending when she walked off and they were asking Sutton, hey, so what do you think this is? Let me think about. She was unhappy with certain things. Let me think about it. Like that. Tell me how's that? That's your friend. You were in her dressing room with her. You know why she was unhappy. Yet you're gonna play those games? Are you for real? Like, it just shows you she lives in her own little delusional little world. And I personally cannot stand. She's not who I thought she is. She is not who I thought she is. Sutton was a pure letdown, and anyone that says otherwise just doesn't want to see it for what it was. I had a couple of comments, but me, I'm telling you now, she was a hell of a letdown. That's not a friendship. I think you should give, like, friendships a give and take, and with Sutton, she was just a taker, in my opinion. All she did was just take, and never was there for Garcelle. Never. And Garcelle made her feelings clear at the trip to St. Lucia, that you never have my back. Like, when it's, anything I say, you just don't have my back. And what's her name goes, but I did say my part. No. And I'm glad Garcelle put it on her. Okay, Innocent Instigator said they're going to tear Sutton up, especially no Garcelle to back her, and they know that she didn't back Garcelle now too. Exactly, Innocent Instigator. I agree with you. D. Hereford said she was never Garcelle. Yep, last night off, she was never Garcelle's phone. She just used her. I agree. I didn't think that at the beginning, D, but now the more I'm watching, the more I can clearly see for what it is. You're right in that aspect. It's just a shame. It's really just a shame that she bamboozled us for so long. You know what I mean? It's just a shame she bamboozled us for so long, and I'm just disappointed in her. I really am disappointed in her. But then it's just sometimes just makes you realize, like, don't put expectations on people. I think that's a lesson learned here. Do not put expectations on people, especially people like that. It is what it is with them, because the minute you put expectation, they just let you down. Big disappointment. Dee said they had ample opportunity to know Garcelle when she came on the show. They treated her like ish, especially when Lisa Ren. Yes, and Lisa Ren and her knew each other for years because they were both in the same industry. You know what I mean? So to do her like that, they did not care for her. They did not want to know her. They did not want to know her. Yep. Sutton wants to be accepted by Vile and her cronies. Yes, I agree with that. American Born said Sutton was on something and acted. Yep, I agree. Hey, Brittany Janae, welcome home. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Yes, she did act like she was on something, in my opinion. So I'm going to quickly just play this video because I want you to see something that I saw. Like, for me, there was a part that's like gave, like, when Garcelle was basically asked, No, Sutton was asked, "What's your best moment?" And then she chose to say her best moment was she didn't realize her and what's her name would be getting along so well. She goes that she picks Erica, and she said she did not know that Erica and her would get along so well, and for me that's probably when the group photo dream went out the window, because Garcelle said, I got to know Sutton and her mother. You know what I mean? Got to know that dynamic. And she didn't pick, even then, she didn't pick Garcelle. She picked Erica, who'd been coming at her hardcore. Hardcore. That is what's really, really this disappointing. So, like, it just shows you just you're a pick me. You want to be picked by your fellow, white castmates, in my opinion. And that's why she acted the way she acted. So let me play this video so you guys can see Sutton's face.
I think
Let me just remove okay, let me play this.
I am most surprised from this season that Erika and I got along so well and had some really nice, fun moments. I hope that those continue.
They will.
Yeah.
And laugh.
So, did everybody see that? Do you want me to repeat it again? Did you see Garcelle's face? Let me just play it for you guys one more time.
What about you?
I think I am most surprised from this season that Erika and I got along so well and had some really nice, fun moments. I hope that those continue.
They will.
Yeah.
And laugh.
Did everybody hear that? Did you see Sutton's face? I mean, Garcelle's face. Did you guys see Garcelle's face? You can see her face drop when Sutton picks Erica. Did everybody see that, or was just me? Because I saw that, and look at Garcelle, the way she looks at Erica. It's absolutely disheartening. It's absolutely disheartening, and it just shows you that Sutton is a pick me. She really wants to be picked by that group. And I wouldn't be surprised she was in the meeting before the meeting. You know, the one that takes place before the actual meeting. She's probably there too. And they just told her, sit back, stay quiet, don't defend her. We're coming after her. Because everybody said their part in their green screens. Everybody said what they had to say. Why gang up on her? And why not gang up on Sutton? She had the most to say. Cece, thank you. She didn't care. Yes, we will. We will continue. You joking? Erica could care less about you. Less about you. She was in agreement when Dorit said that you like to buy your friends. Okay? And Dorit is a loser because when wasn't she begging for Sutton's mini Kelly bag? Her Hermes mini Kelly bag? Was she not begging for that? You wish Sutton bought you as a friend. That's why you really mad. That's why they're really, really mad, in my opinion. But for me, it was just heartbreaking to see that. And oh, you meant blank. Okay. Okay, I get it, Cece. For me, it totally just tells you what they thought. It tells you exactly what they thought. Like, they really did not care for Garcelle. They did not care that she took accountability. She spoke about what she said. She spoke about her feelings. Everybody's entitled to their feelings. It's okay when they do it, but it's a problem when she does it. Give it a break. Give it a break. Like, I'm not falling for it. And Garcelle just showed what a queen she is. And the rest of the cast are grifters. I really And Sutton, to me, just shows she's so desperate to be friends with these other women that she actually overlooked what a real friend is. A real friend is Garcelle to her, and she overlooked that, and she doesn't deserve Garcelle. She really wanted to be part of these ladies, and they didn't like her. You know, they did not like her, and it's a shame. But me, that's why I'm happy with the way Garcelle handled herself. I really am. I'm gonna play this other clip because it just justifies why Garcelle did what she did and walking away. So let me just remove this one and play this.
More stuff? Garcelle?
Nope, I'm not doing it.
Garcelle.
Well, guess what? We're gonna get a cast photo.
I'm out.
Oh no!
I'm not.
What?
I'm
For
not.
real?
What?
Oh,
More stuff? Garcelle?
Nope, I'm not doing it.
Garcelle, that's not cool.
Okay.
Why are you leaving? You know
I
we're
don't
gonna
want
put
to
a
be.
giant
I don't want to be in the cast photo.
Garcelle, that's really unprofessional. Garcelle.
Is this out?
Yep. She walked away the way she wanted to walk away. She had to do what she had to do. Those ladies weren't deserving of Garcelle. They weren't. And if you see, look at Erika, look at Bose. They want people to be like, oh, you know, that Bose and and Garcelle. No, look at her. She could care less. She's drinking her drink. This one's smirking because she's happy she got her way. This one's got ugly ass, wide open mouth. This loser right here has the nerve to call her professional, even though she's the most professional one that turned up late for the last reunion. Okay, what about Kyle refusing to take pictures from seasons before? Was that unprofessional? They love to label black women. They love to label black women. They love this Zionist Trump supporting bitch loves to label Garcelle, and then people go, why do people say she's this and that? Because she is microaggressive. She really is. It's pure microaggression to say that to Garcelle, but not to say it to your white counterparts. And in Sutton to just still sit here, look at her sitting here. You can't, allegedly, in my opinion, you cannot tell me there's something wrong with this chick, that she ain't on something on here. Like, tell me, like, look, she's spaced out. She's out. But it just shows you that no matter how of a good person you are, how much of a good friend you are, people are still going to backstab you and let you down. And Garcelle unfortunately learned the hard lesson. In my opinion, they trauma bonded when they first come because everybody didn't like them, and they formed, that bond together. But outside of the show, they were friends. They were meeting up. They were doing things together. And a lot of people spoke about that, and Crystal does speak about that too. Thank you, Dee. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I've been saying. This is exactly what I've been saying, Dee. Bozo's acting like a coon. Thank you. It is what it is. And this whole Boz went up to her and no, like, you can tell when someone wants info and to take it back and run with it, or you can tell when someone's genuine. Garcelle, to me, tried to be genuine with Bozo, but Bozo did not want it. She came with an agenda, and I would not be surprised if her agenda was to, break up the group and defend poor Reet, in my opinion. She was not reasonable. She had no reasonable thinking. She never put it on poor Reet when she had her issues and she's coming back and forth with Sutton, right? And notice Pori only apologized to Garcelle for all her microaggression and borderline racist rhetoric towards Garcelle only when Bose came into the scene. Beforehand, she thought she didn't do anything, that she was normal. And her kids hang out with black people. Black people like the help. Like, come on now. And for Bozo to watch the show, know what Garcelle went through, come back and be friend with a Zionist Trump supporter, it says a lot about you, babes. Your reputation far precedes you, okay? You don't get too far where you are and the way she did without knowing a few tricks or two, in my opinion, okay? In my opinion. So innocent instigator Erika's going to get Sutton back for those moments. Sutton questioned her. Thank you. And that's why Sutton said what she said when she said, I look this, I couldn't believe that me and Erika got along, and I hope that continues. She was saying to her, don't come for me next season. I did what you guys wanted. I didn't defend Garcelle. She was giving her back to her, like, don't come for me, because I want whatever we developed to continue, because I didn't back my friend. They were speaking in code, in my opinion. They were speaking in code, and the fact that nobody questioned Kyle, how come she can get away with not sharing her thing, like that she was speaking in circles whether she's a lesbian or not, right? She didn't want to talk about her relationship. Dorit was comfortable being a hypocrite. Erika was too comfortable being disingenuous and talking about her bungalow that she's renting and decorating. That's all she had. What did she bring to the show? And the nerve to call Garcelle uninteresting. Get the F out of here. You're not interesting. You're a built little Barbie. And an old man built you, robbed the poor to build your sorry ass. Get the F out of here, man. It is what it is. Like, let's keep it real. A white old man built you into a Barbie, put you on a show, gave you this fake ass singing career. Garcelle's is woman made. She made herself to be what she is. That's why they're really mad, because none of them made it. None of them. They came from family names that made them who they are. Let's keep it real. Okay? Boz is too comfortable with her conceived notions. And the fact that is, Boz came on and was introduced to us being Sutton's friend. And the fact that she turned on Sutton and said, Sutton's not who I thought she was, she became very mean. You're rolling with the meanest one that has these reads that are not even lining up, that don't even hit anywhere, that are not even landing, that she practiced in a room with her. Let's keep it real now. Let's keep it real. Like, it is what it is. Because real talk, Sutton and then Puri is the worst out of all the women on that show. Dorit is the worst one, the most disrespectful one. And then you're actually sticking up for her because she's going through a fake ass. Listen, this is my opinion. I don't believe that Dorit and her husband are going to divorce. I just don't believe. I think it was a storyline to get on here. It's some fakery. It is what it is. I have to see it to believe it. I have to see the paperwork. Show me the paperwork, Dorit. Okay? You got 2 kids to look after. Get your house in order before you come for another woman. It's embarrassing. And then Boz to line herself with that and then still think she's on team right. No, you're on team white. Let's keep it real, okay? And that's why and to be honest with you, Sutton, for me, is too comfortable with the microaggressions. Very comfortable. She's very comfortable, because if you wasn't, you would have stuck up for your friend. You would have been there for your friend. And she does not deserve, in my opinion, she does not deserve a friend like that. And anyone that keeps saying Garcelle was unprofessional in leaving, she wasn't. Garcelle was not unprofessional in leaving. She did what she was obliged to do. She fulfilled the moment. And if you think about it, everybody's talking about her. Kudos to Garcelle for putting herself first and walking away with something that no longer served her. Let's call it what it is. And that's what she did. Okay, so D said Kyle is a fraud. Mauricio been cheating. The marriage has been over. Now she's eating. Yep, I agree with it. Acting all like, oh, this is sorry, but if you've been knowing he's cheating. There's been rumors about her husband for years. Okay, American World said, I heard Erika lost the guy she was seeing because she asked for money all the time and he got sick of it. Exactly, because I heard she got herself another old white man. Cece said, Andy allows it all. They always expect the black woman to be able to take it, basically. And I understand. And sometimes you don't have to take it. Like, it is what it is. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm moving now. I'm moving forward. Don't come, like, I'm not interested. Dee said, I think Sutton is sad, pathetic, rich girl that depends on substance outside approval to just. Yes, exactly. She really, really needs approval. And from where she's from, she needs approval from her own people. Dee, I agree with you 100%, Dee. Cece, is there any other chatter in London about PK and Pori? Though to be honest, no, they're non-motherfuckers, like non-effing factors. They are not the one. They are not the one. Nobody cares for them. So just one moment, one moment. Yeah, nobody cares about them in the UK. They're non-factors, Cece. I agree with you on that. Then nobody cares. I wouldn't have a clue about him, to be honest with you. Kyle's a fraud. Marcel been cheating. The marriage is over. Now she's eating. Okay, said that one, I think. Parit comes up with one sensational storyline after another to stay on the show. She is desperate one. She's the most desperate one on that show. And it shows. It really shows that she's desperate. And it shows that in order to stay consistent, she comes up with new thing. Because the season before on BravoCon, Erika got up on stage and said that she was asked the question, who do you think is next to be, on the outs? Who's going to divorce in this group? And she said Dorit and PK. Dorit went crazy. How you do that? How you do that? And what's her name goes, I was asked and it was a joke. Clearly, it wasn't a joke. Clearly, Erika saw some new things that others didn't. Yeah, she didn't go hard for her like the way she did at Garcelle for saying her robbery allegedly could have been staged. And I'm sorry, a lot of people thought that. Like, let's keep it real. A lot of people thought that. Okay? Not just 4 people on Twitter. A lot of people thought that. But she thinks she's so sly. Innocent Instigator said, you'll see Erika without makeup. Oh, oh, the money definitely made her look exactly. She ain't nothing without makeup and that. Have you seen Garcelle without makeup? Beautiful, natural. If Parit gets fired, she'll be living with PK in an apartment that I can't afford. They'll say, thank you. Thank you. I agree with you 100% on that. Let me just play one more. I want to just show you guys one more thing. Okay, so because she unfollowed them, I want you to see other people's reactions to what's been happening. So I'm going to start with this one. So bear with me, everyone. Let me just play this.
When Sutton went to pass out, Garcelle left with.
Andy said they were taking a cast photo. Garcelle declined. The group went ahead with the photo. Sutton tried to find Garcelle
after the photo. Last reunion, when Sutton went to pass out, Garcelle left with her. Garcelle caught some heat on that. I just want to point out that when Garcelle walked away, you didn't follow her.
Well, I wish somebody would have followed her.
And then when you went to the room and saw that she had left, you said, oh, I thought we were going to supper. Again, it was about you, Sutton.
I think Sutton should have stuck up for Garcelle. Sutton is going to drown with.
You know why I'm showing this? I'm showing this because these are 2 other women on other Bravo Housewives shows, right? One's left, the other one's still not sure she has a job yet, right? They are talking about how badly Sutton looked and how of a bad friend she was to Garcelle. They are talking about it. You can see that Sutton played herself and she faked it all along because these women are talking about, and these are white women. There's Italian and another white lady. So they are talking about it. What do you think everybody else is saying? Sutton must be locked up somewhere crying her eyes out because she fumbled a real good friend real bad, and she does not deserve Garcelle. Does not deserve Garcelle at all. So let me carry on playing.
Without Garcelle by her side next year.
And did you hear that part at the end?
Again, it was about you, Sutton.
I think Sutton should have stuck up for Garcelle. Sutton is going to drown without Garcelle by her side next year.
And I agree with that statement. I agree with that statement wholeheartedly, because I'm telling you now, Sutton is going to get it next season, and she ain't going to have no backup. Ain't nobody going to back her up. And I want to see her drown like the cat that she is. Drown in it. D, what do you think was staged? Can I ask? D, what was staged? Okay, American Born is so funny. She's hiding down there with her mama. Yes, I wouldn't be surprised. She's in hiding. She's embarrassed. She's in hiding. And I think that's why she's, doing what she's doing, to be honest with you. That's why she can't handle the heat. Yes, eloquent. She's, in fact, already drowning in the public opinion. Yep, she is. X is eating her up. X is eating her up, okay? X is finishing this woman like no man's business. So out of everybody, the only one, and D, this is for you, the only one that came out feeling some type of way about being unfollowed is the bozo herself. So let me show this. Let me show this one. Hi, it's Katie. Welcome, hon. Hope you're well. Okay, so let me show you this. So she said something. She came up. She saw that she'd been unfollowed and decided to say, imagine being mad at me, but I'm just basking in God's favor. And all I have to say is a hit dog will holler, because for real, like, what do you think you're doing? Like, what? You're so full of yourself. You're so full of yourself. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. Real talk, this one is the biggest letdown. The biggest letdown is Boz. And I always stick to my feelings. And if I see something that I don't like Boz. I'll be honest, I do not like her. I do not like her. She may come across as strong, this and this, but for real, for me, I just think she's sad. I think she's a coon, in my opinion. I think she looks a white, acceptance. That's just me. And the stories about her on X, about how she treated people of ethnic minorities and black women in her previous roles, it just says a lot about her. I'll be honest. It says a lot about her, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Thanks too. I appreciate that. I'm going to be wrapping up in 30 minutes anyway, so it's not a problem. So I'm going to play one more video. I want to just play this because it's again coming from another man that actually, has a point to make about Garcelle and the way the cast has treated Garcelle. So just let me play this for a moment and I'll talk about the rest.
Garcelle dangerous because she believes what most of us. The fact that all those women stood around and not one of them understood why Garcelle was upset, and clearly didn't even want to know why Garcelle was upset because they stood around and dismissed her feelings over and over again. For Boz to call Garcelle dangerous because she believes what most of us believe, that the robbery was actually fake and done for insurance purposes, duh. And there's lots of evidence pointing to that, actually. I mean, let's be clear about Boz.
See? Everybody knows there's lots of evidence about that. Hey, Two.
Hey, Lala. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm pushing through, Two. I'm pushing through.
Okay. I think personally, Lala,
Mm-hmm.
that And this is just my opinion, y'all. I feel that Garcelle sold herself out and so did Bose. I am disappointed in Garcelle. She may have walked off with a little class. But she did not. She was supposed to do more. And when I say do more, I feel like she was supposed to do more to read each and every one of the 5 before she walked off that stage. When Dorit said, that's unprofessional, she should have turned around and said, it's unprofessional when you get your house in foreclosure. She should have turned to Erika and said, it's unprofessional when you're not paying your stylist and you setting up robberies, you and you two both. Then she should have turned to Kyle and said, you're a lesbian and you know it and be happy. Then she should have turned to Sutton and should have told Sutton the same thing, that I was a friend to you and here you sit up here looking like you drugged out. I'm just saying. She didn't do all that walking off with class. That's for the birds. She was supposed to put her foot down from her son and for everything that she did, own up, and then she was supposed to leave out.
I agree with you. 100% I agree, sis. 100% I agree with you. But what we expect and what somebody else wants to do for themselves is totally different. We would love her to do that, but sometimes it's not in that person that we want them to do that in. I 100% agree with you. I wish she did it same too, but I have to respect her decision to walk away the way she did. Sometimes you don't.
She was talking that mess in her dressing room.
She was 100%. But I just feel like with her, she doesn't want to give them that satisfaction. She'll say it behind their back, but she doesn't want to give it to their face. I don't know why. I don't know about why that is, but I agree. I would love her to read every single
Because she's been beat down. That ex-husband done beat her down and indoctrinated her. And she indoctrinated herself and forgot her roots.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest, he did break her heart.
He
truly
did.
broke her heart.
But he indoctrinated her too. She was all up in a different culture. She married into a different culture, and she tried to enmesh herself into a different culture on Real Housewives. And she just was reminded that you still gonna be a mammy in somebody's eyes. And they disrespected her in the worst way, and she couldn't stand up to that. And I've lost all respect for Garcelle. I still like her because I was watching. What is it? Battle of the Thickest or whatever it is. I was watching it and I think she's hilarious in that show, but she didn't. I'm just sorry. I think that we put too much emphasis on trying to put on a certain persona when we're in certain spaces. You can still be yourself, or you can step out of character for a moment and then come back into character. But I think she did herself a disservice because she could never come back without them running over her.
I understand. No, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I wish she could have done it better too. I'm not gonna lie. I wish she could have. But I respect her for doing what she wanted to do. You know, I just respect that's her decision, the way she did, the way she wanted to. But I personally too, I'm with you on that. I wish she read them down, but I don't think she's a reader. I think she just cusses, cusses and all that stuff. But I don't think she's a reader, I'll be honest. I don't get the reading from her. But I would have done everything in my power to read them down before they try anything. You know what I mean?
Well, before I walked off, I would have made sure that probably would have been the best reunion ever, because everyone would have gotten read. And I know that that's not her class. That's not who she is. However, I have to give it to Bose. You know what I'm saying? I think Bose ran her off. Bose was a little bit stronger because the way she handled Sutton, that one over there, girl, please, girl, this, girl, that. She was really sunning them folks on there, the ones that she didn't like, she was sunning them. And I just, but I still have a problem with Bose too, because I feel like they broke code. However, I'm giving both of them just a little leeway because they don't know what Black code is. They only know what Haitian code is and Ghanaian code is. Canadian, so I'm giving them a little bit.
I agree with you 100%. The thing with Garcelle, I gave her a lot of grace because she's that graceful kind of, eloquent kind of queen for me, right? Bose, the reason why I've seen things on X about her regarding what she's been doing and how she got to the level she got to, right? No one can take away your career achievements. No one can. But your character matters. And with her and her character, it's looking very fishy out here. Okay? It's looking hella fishy. And I don't like
Yes.
how she came up and said she was brought in by Sutton, right? And then she
Hmm.
started to say Sutton's a mean girl, Sutton is this, Sutton is that. You're rolling with the biggest mean girl, disrespectful piece of crap, which is Dorit, okay? Oh hell no. Queen Sheba, I thought we left this where I said what I said. Wait, what's going on, Queen Sheba? Now,
Hey,
welcome,
Queen.
Queen Sheba. Thank
You,
you for joining. Keep Bo's name out of your mouth, Mama.
you know what, D? I feel you that she. Well, it's when I say go off, I've gotten into people rear ends really, really bad, and I didn't say one cuss word. I'm just saying that in that moment, she should have stood up for every. If she knew she was about to walk off this stage, she should have said what needed to be said at that time, and should have read each and every one of them, and then she should have went and gave um, Andy a French kiss on both cheeks and walked off the stage. That's all I'm saying. Not cursing and acting in that way, but every one of them should have been read from what we're hearing. And I believe, Kim Pirate, I don't mean to say his name, when he said that his sources told him that they came at her hard. Each and every single one of those ladies treated her like she was a melody. I'm just gonna say a melody. You know what I'm saying?
Who said that? Who said that? Andy?
Kim Pyre, he said that
Oh,
there was a lot of stuff that was left on the cutting room floor, and he also said that Bose did it. There in her interchange with Garcelle was much more than what was shown, and I believe that.
I would believe that too. I would believe it too. I think they did that to give Bose a safe image for next season. You know what I mean? I think they did that for her to be safe for her to come back next season and not get too eaten up in social media, the atmosphere right now, the way it is right now. I think that's the way they did it. But I'd be honest with you,
Hmm.
Bose is that woman. She is who she thinks she is. You can't take that away from her. What you can have to take away from her is her level of thinking that is the double standards of her. The way she goes hard for Dorit, but she's not understanding that Dorit is the worst one out of everybody. She sees what Dorit does and she never calls out on it. Apart from
I
that one time in St. Lucia. That's the problem I have with Bose. Like
I
she's
think
just
it was strategy.
yeah, you're right. Yeah. And
I
that's the
think
thing. Like you can't use corporate strategy on a reality TV. Maybe
true.
coming in you can, but it feels unauthentic. It doesn't feel real. You know what I mean?
I think
A shout out
I
to
I
Queen for
I
joining
think.
me this evening.
Oh,
Sorry to carry on.
I was going to say I think Bose. It was strategy for Bose because when I was looking at the announcement when her and Jimmy Fallon made the announcement about that the show on board is coming out, the unscripted show, she had on the same outfit. And I just noticed that when Queen had played the clip, the same outfit when he was interviewing her for his night show. So this was already that interview came out before the reunion. So she already was making moves before we even saw that she was making moves. I think that Bose is playing strategy, and I also think that she is going to take each and every one of them out one by one, and she's going to be the number one on that show, and not Kyle. She's taking out the
I agree
five.
with you. 100% agree with you. Bose came in strategically. She had a game plan. She still has a game plan. The way she said Carl didn't like her, didn't make an effort with her, and all of a sudden she sees Carl's husband out at dinner, and she sends a voice message, and what you can tell the game she's playing. Like she's smart. Bose would not be who she is today if she didn't use her smartness, right? I wish I
That's
had the
right.
half of the smartness that she has. She's very strategic. She knows exactly what she's doing. And what she's doing is going, I'm telling you, she's going to split. I said this earlier too. I don't think you heard me. I said she's going to split that whole group apart. She's going to split that whole group apart because she is smart at what she does. And
She
she
is.
is getting them one by one. Next season, people said, oh, they're going to turn on her. Let me tell you something.
No.
She's collecting her information. She's collecting her information. She's spending time one by one. She's been out to dinners with these ladies, okay? She's
Right.
going out to dinner. She's going out of town with these ladies. You tell me
Right.
she's collecting information. She's collecting information. You turn on her, she's gonna turn back on you. Bose is not a loser. She's smart.
Uh-huh. And she knows how to move into around white spaces as well, the same as Garcelle. And the only problem what I'm saying about Garcelle is that why can't we read people? Why, if you're on a reality show is what it is, a reality show. And I know that Garcelle has many projects outside of that. However, she's also very well spoken. She should have read them down in French. They wouldn't have known half of them.
I agree with you. I wish we had that too. I wish she read them down. I wish, I've never in my life wished to be somewhere to where I can be just picked up and teleported there.
Right.
Even in my pajamas. I wish someone teleported me onto that stage because I would have read them for filth.
Yeah, just read each and every one down with the truth. With the truth of how they've behaved on the show, especially if she knew. But I think but I still would have left it with a French kiss on the cheeks with Andy, and then would have flounced off.
100%. And what haters need to understand is Garcelle was asked. She was asked back. They said to her, "The door's always open for you whenever you're ready." They want her back.
No, they don't.
Her back.
They don't. No, they don't.
They do. They 100%.
No, they don't.
It's just my opinion. From what I gathered, they want Garcelle back because it gives them a good dynamic of Bose and Garcelle going at each other. It's a new. It gives them that that inner fight between two black women. They love Garcelle. The crew love Garcelle. The team love Garcelle. They want her back.
But they didn't prepare her.
They didn't. She needed to prepare herself. Let's be real. I'm a Garcelle fan, but I can be honest and real. She should have prepared herself. But she said it outright. Why are they coming for me? I thought they were coming after Sutton. She is supposed to be the one they come after because she was going crazy this season. But she wasn't prepared. And to be honest with you, any woman going into certain situations, you should always be prepared. And she wasn't. And that was the only downfall she had, wasn't being prepared and not reading them at all. But let me just finish this video because this guy has a really good point to make. So I'm going to just play this.
Okay.
Bose decided to become a Trump supporter's best friend and defend all of her BS. And not only is Dorit a Trump supporter and fraudster, but she has now become Dorit's token black friend. So Dorit doesn't have to feel like she's a racist anymore, even though in seasons past she's clearly shown that she is, especially when she told Garcelle that her kids were around a lot of black people to then only describe the help. So for Garcelle to have to sit there and watch all that unfold with nobody coming to her defense, including her best friend Sutton, hopefully former best friend, must have been infuriating. So yeah, I would have left too. Let's not forget that Garcelle is actually a Hollywood icon who's been in the business since the movie Coming to America and has continued a very successful career with no help from a man, Erika, Dorit, so she doesn't need this trifling show. And I know I said I wasn't going to watch it, but after thinking about it, I wanted to see how Garcelle got to that place, and wow, it's clear. So my final thoughts? Dorit is trash. Bose is questionable at best. Erika, she's there. Kyle got away with another year of sharing nothing. Sutton, I'm done with you. Officially. Garcelle, you're an actual queen. I wish you only the best in life. And Jennifer Tilly, I hope you stay. I'll watch it if you stay because you're one of the funniest people in television. And also a Hollywood icon. Overall, I'm disgusted by the whole season. What these women did to Garcelle is disgusting. And honestly, I'm not going to watch it. Sorry.
Oh my God, they're making Garcelle out to be a pity party.
No, I think they're seeing it for what it is. Those women planned it. It was planned. Like, you're on X a lot too. If you see the way that everybody has clocked the game and their plan all along, it's madness. It's
Yes.
madness. But they know exactly, because like you said, Kempire said there was a lot more to it. Like I said earlier, there's a lot more to it, Kempire said, between what happened between the ladies on the reunion than was shown, right? But also you have to also understand it's 12 hours of film. They're not going to give us all that. They're just going to give us the parts that they want to give us. Let me just say shout out to Simone. Hey Simone, welcome. She said catch up with Lala. Exactly Lala. They left Boz going on Garcelle on the cutting floor to help her next season, especially after the backlash from Watch What Happens Live. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm so thankful you're here, Simone. Welcome, honey. Welcome. Okay, so Queen said she's subduing them. Go after the one everyone calls a racist first. She's snagging Dorit. Ooh, I like that. I like that view, Queen.
I do
I
too.
like that view. I like that. I never
Catch
thought of
her
it
off
that
guard.
way. Yes, Queen. I never thought of it that way. Okay, this is why I
That's
Queen Stevens.
good. That's it. That's
That's
it.
why Queen is who she is, Queen Sheba. You're so right. I never thought of it that way. Innocent Instigator said Boz is a corporate snake and no one's safe.
True, but that's corporate.
H1. Oh, now I remember Bozoma is Ghanaian American and all day no Garcelle is Haitian. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Queen said
So they don't know about the
better than
code.
Garcelle. Garcelle takes on their whiteness. Boz buckles down in her black girl magic. I don't know about that. Queen Sheba, I'm gonna have to disagree on that part, but you know, it is what it is. Simone said D Heifer exactly. Garcelle was her number one target. Okay, so I just want to say one more thing. This is something somebody came out, and Lisa Vanderpump came out. She had a magazine, an article on her about her new place in Vegas, right? And they asked her about Garcelle leaving. So this is what she had to say. Okay. Hold on one minute. Let me just remove these. Okay. So they asked her, who have you ever watched after you left? And she said the only person I really liked was Garcelle. I have a good relationship with her, and now it's time for her to move on. She was somebody before, she'll be somebody after. Not everybody's like that. A lot of people are defined by housewives. Clock the shade, honey. Clock the shade. Okay? Clock the shade, because Lisa Vanderpump is somebody else that is not defined by housewives. She was before the housewives. She was somebody. She had businesses all over LA, restaurants and everything. She still is doing things outside of the show. She had 2 other shows, and that is picked up by Bravo and shown on Bravo too. So and her and Lisa, Garcelle and Lisa have a good relationship, you know, and that just shows you that outside of this, Garcelle can keep good friends around her. You know what I mean? Instead of people acting like Garcelle's a problem, but Garcelle's not the problem. The problem is women that did not want to get to know her, didn't like her, and they didn't like her line of questioning. They always want a black woman to stay in her place, be grateful for your position, and don't ask questions. Garcelle is not like that. She's gonna ask questions. Why not? And who are you to tell her she can't ask the questions? So I wanted to quickly show that. I also want to concentrate on Crystal. So I have one last video. So everybody knows Crystal and Garcelle at the beginning had a little bit of tiff. Everybody knows that, right? Because Crystal felt like Garcelle was always, again, sticking up for Sutton. And then Sutton had some issues with Crystal, because Sutton called her out on how many friends have, you know, ditched Crystal and left her be, right? Do you remember? Did you ever watch it that far too?
I did. I think I kind of tuned out. I watched the last season she was on.
Okay. I think the season before that, where her and Sutton was going, and Sutton goes, I know all about you. I did my research kind of thing. Apparently, all your girlfriends had let you go. Sutton wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. Apparently, Crystal, a couple of her girlfriends did let her go. Only 2 remained with her, but the rest of them were done with her for other reasons than that. So, and because Garcelle didn't really get involved and kind of like stuck up with her in certain situations with Sutton and Crystal, their friendship was kind of rocky. But then, last season you saw it form up again, which was great. I loved the dynamics between them, and I liked the way they got together and questioned Erika about her, fraud allegations her ex-husband did and stealing from those poor people. So I liked their friendship. I'm not gonna lie, I really did. And I was gutted to see Crystal go, because I felt like there was more to her. I felt like we just saw her coming out of her shell, and she should have continued, but unfortunately she didn't. She also came out and did an interview, like a podcast, with the man that we don't hate, that we do not like, and we hate with a passion, Mr. Carl Lucifer himself, okay? And I just want to show you guys how she stuck it on him, because he was one of the main people that said Sutton and Garcelle are an alliance, not a friendship. And to be honest with you, I never agree with this devil himself, but he might have seen something that we didn't see, especially I didn't see, because now it's coming to fruition what he said. So let me just quickly play this, and then so you can see what she said. Okay, let me just add it to a stage.
And that's why, for me, I always say I see things this way. But listen, I never worked on your show.
Yeah.
And that's why, for me, I always say I see things this way. But listen.
But here's the thing. That take isn't necessarily wrong, but also I think you have to also put it in the perspective of the show doesn't allow to have natural friendships. That alliances is.
Did you hear that too? She said the show does not allow you to have natural friendships. So that means those Fox 5 that say they have natural friendships, they go out to dinner and all that, is fakery to have each other's back during filming, in my opinion. And I think that's what she's alluding to. What do you think too?
I think that Crystal shut him down, and that's something that I say to a lot of these producers / content creators. You all know what goes behind the scenes. You know what's going on. You know how you cut, and you don't even know Garcelle. Pretty much, to me, that's what she was saying. You don't even know Garcelle. You've never worked with Garcelle. So how dare you try to put
him off? Yeah.
a narrative on their relationship? That's
and
what
I
I
love
think.
that. And I like that about Crystal. Crystal does not care. Like, she's, again, another successful businesswoman. Her company's worth billions, by the way, billions now, okay? She's a successful woman. She sees people for what they are. And she did not like the shade that he was throwing. And she put it on him. So let me just continue with this video.
It's part of the experience. But what happened at the very end, from what I see, because I was in it, like, I know who I talk to when we're not filming, and that's a long period of time. It's 8 months, right? That you don't have to film with someone. You're not getting paid to be with these people. And Sutton and Garcelle saw each other a lot. Okay. And yes, but I do think that and we've talked about this on our pod, is that there's just inherently an alliance that happens just because you enter the show. It's like you need to find someone that you trust. But I think what happened at the end is because of real friendships felt broken. To me, I feel like Garcelle really felt betrayed by her friend. Not the alliance is broken. I think that she really felt like, you did not defend me.
You see his face too?
Yep.
Did you see his face?
Cracked on the ground.
And that's why I love Chris. I know a lot of people, she might have rubbed up the wrong way, but I liked her because she said what she wanted to say. She was never scared of Erika. She put it on Erika. She wasn't scared. Erika thought the shouting and she really thought she was somebody, right? All those other chicks were scared. She was never scared. She said what she had to say. And that's what I really like about her. So Queen said Garcelle's son works for Lisa. Yes, Lisa got him. No, Garcelle got him a job. So their friendship was before her son working there. Garcelle got him a job there because her son needed a job. Okay, and that's what I remember Garcelle saying in an interview or something. What did? Okay. Dee said, not a pity party. He saw her. Sometimes when you're authentic and don't play games, you don't see the game when it's being played against you. I agree. A lot of times, I'll be honest too, I'm somebody that I'm very fast to catch things, but sometimes I'm also slow. When I'm not with it and I'm going through a lot of things, I'm slow in understanding things and slow in catching up. So I personally I won't see if a game is being ran on me. Do you understand? Sometimes I get like that and I know myself. And Sugar can vouch for it because she'll tell me something about I don't understand, Sugar. I'm so slow. I am. There's certain things I won't understand. Some people are like that too. I'm just saying.
That's true.
Okay, so Lisa goes, no, Dee said Lisa has 2 shows in Bravo, both successful. Kyle's show flopped after 2 seasons. The rest ain't doing nothing. They ain't got nothing. Thank you. I've been saying this. I've been saying this. Like, they have nothing but the show. And the real reason what they're mad at Garcelle is above the show and will continue to be better than the show. And that is why they're mad, you know? Hi, Indigo Girl. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I think that's why
Hey.
they're mad. I think that is really, truly why they're mad because nothing else makes sense. Okay, Queen said, I ain't letting no white folks change my mind about both. Dorit been trash. That's true. White folks like safe black women. They do. They do. I'm not going to lie. But I don't know if you're saying Garcelle is safe. And if that was safe, why wasn't they safe with her? Is it because she asked the questions, Queen? Because if you're saying Garcelle is safe, why weren't they safe for her and why didn't they like her? And if Bose is the opposite of Garcelle, wouldn't they dislike Bose more?
No.
I'm not. No? Okay, explain to me too.
It's similar. It's colorism.
Okay.
It's colorism for real. And I think that when you're of a lighter hue, they have a tendency, they feel like they can accept you more. However, they feel like it's a slap in the face because they know for a fact that there was a pink toe in that family DNA. But with a darker person, they feel like they know exactly where we're supposed to be, what's our level in life. And that's how I feel.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for explaining that because I didn't know. Simone
Hey,
said
T. Debbie.
Garcelle has. Oh, hello, Aunt Debbie. Welcome. I hope you're well, Aunt Debbie. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you for joining me.
Hey, Tay-T.
Simone, who was it? Sorry.
It's Tay-T. I just saw her in the
Oh, you
chat.
just saw her. Okay, bless you. Okay, so Simone said Garcelle has a majority of the fans' heart. She really does. I think that it's the way she carried herself. She was fun. She was bubbly. She showed what she needed to show. And to be honest with you, a lot of people, but she's boring. Yeah, because the rest of them are fraudsters, allegedly, and in my opinion. They got all this type of shit going on. Garcelle didn't have anything. Like, she was just helping her son with his modeling career, preparing them for graduating high school, doing her work. She had a couple of shows and a movie to film. She was doing so much, yet it wasn't what they wanted to see. I feel like they always want to see black women in drama. Hey, Shani love, welcome, honey. They just wanted to see black. For me, they just feel like they want to see black women in drama and constantly. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have loved to see something formed with Bose and Garcelle. I really would have loved it. Hello, Deborah Randall. Welcome, hon. Hope you're
Hey.
well.
Hey, y'all.
Happy Easter to you. I would have loved it. I would have loved it. But the way Bose acted, I just think, for me, I just think I peeped what Garcelle peeped for me. You know, I peeped
Yes.
what Garcelle peeped. And that's what it's unfortunately. Does that mean black women can't get along? No. You know, we just have to pick right because there are black women that will sell you down the river, in my opinion. Okay, not all people should be trusted, in my opinion. That's just what I'm saying. Not all, just because you're black doesn't mean you can be trusted. Trust takes time to build. Friendship takes time to build. And it is what it is. Like, I know that might be sounding disheartening to a lot of people, but let's keep it real now. We live in a dangerous world. It takes time to trust people. And even the ones that you trust sometimes are untrustworthy, and you find out later you're not equally yoked. And see, some people are not equally yoked. And Boz and Garcelle, to me, maybe not equally yoked, and they clocked each other too. Because for me, I just find it hilarious that Boz put out that Instagram, being bothered, being unfollowed, and if you're basking in God's favor, why are you bothered by being unfollowed? That to me it says exactly what I was thinking of her. It just shows you what I was thinking of her, in my opinion. But
Okay.
that's what I wanted to show. Okay, what do you think too?
La, I can't
Yeah.
even lie. I was sitting up here reading the CC captions on Kenya's live. I can't even lie. I miss that sweetheart.
Is she live? Well, I'm wrapping up now anyway. I am wrapping up. And I want to just play this one. I just need to play this for my people. Okay. I want to say thank you to everybody
You don't have to
joining.
rush, La. She's just doing a premiere and she's just in the chat. You don't have to rush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a live. It's not live.
She bamboozled a lot of you lot last night. I heard she bamboozled you lot with a 1 minute take instead of putting the whole video.
Actually, I think she was very smart, because do you remember when the whole of the century came out and did the interview with her pimp, and they amassed all of the first video and everything? I think Kenya did it smart, because she put out two things. She put out a short, and what she put out last night was a video. So now she should be able to be monetized. She'll be able to get monetized. Think about it. I think it was actually smart, because if she would have just came out with this premiere, she still would not have really, you know what I'm saying? Racked up what she needed. Yeah, racked up what she needed in order to get monetized. So now, that's what I kind of think it was too, besides technical difficulties. Yes.
Okay, so she was she was building the publicity and building up the front, like to get more people to come. Yeah, okay, that she might have some kind of great marketing genius running it for her. You never know. That could be a great thing.
And the short that was on her station, her channel, had already had like over 10,000 and some views.
Yeah, I saw that. She did really well. I really liked it. And she looked good. Number one, makeup 10/10, body, outfit, hair. She looked good, and the fact that she used the Kendrick song was amazing. I thought that was really great.
The 911 call for her confession.
I'm sorry, but I thought she did amazing. I thought she did really good.
It is.
Kenya, I'm not even team 12, but you got to give it to people when they come out the gate doing good. You know what I mean?
She looks great too.
I ain't a hater. I'm gonna give her I'll give her the flowers on that part. Hello, Cricket22, welcome. Okay, so listen to this comment. Dee said, I've been married to a white man for nearly 20 years. I find it amusing that what people think about mixed marriages. He's just like a man any other. I agree with you, because my family's mixed as well, right? We're mixed with Arabs, Italians, African, like different parts of Africans as well. Not just Somali, but we have different people with in our family, right? So we're a big mixture, right? And I have cousins married to Italians and white men, and when I tell you they're regular, they're regular. Man is a man, in my opinion. So I agree with you, Dee. I agree with you that it is a regular. A man is just a man.
I agree too. However, Dee, let me ask you this: you don't think? Because I've had friends who are married and were married to those of an opposite race, like a white guy, and they had to, in a way, change how they were when they were around his side of the family versus their own. I know some people say, no, I'm always myself, but it doesn't work like it's not like that though. You do, because even if it was just a black husband and you're around their side of the family, you're gonna not be totally yourself, right? You're going to kind of hold back just a little bit, you know, as far as who your true personality is so not to offend. So that's what when I say indoctrinating, that's what I mean by indoctrinating. That sometimes, you know, and maybe sometimes does it carry over to the day to day? I mean, he has to change. He has to also assimilate himself in a way. So, you know, perceptions may not be, you know, a whole lot of perceptions are going around. I don't know. I just question
You know what
because
I
I'm a
think?
curious person, and I don't mean any respect whatsoever. When I ask a question, I'm truly curious, and I don't want you to take any disrespect, D, from that question.
I understand what you're saying too, but do you know what? It's just like us going to work. Think of it that way too. When we go to work, are we ourselves? I'm not Lala when I go to work. You know what I mean? It's just like that.
Exactly.
It's having a different ways of communication. It's a different way to interact with people. So you know what to do when you're at work, right? So when you go to your in-laws, you know what to do. Like you have to just you still you, but you just know that they are a certain way, so you just adapt. It's about adaptability. It's still having your personality, but being able to adapt in different situations. That's how I think about it. Hello, Cheryl, welcome. Yeah, I think it's about adaptability, and I think like us Black people, we're great at adapting everywhere. Like anywhere we go, we're great at adapting to it. And I just, from my point of view, it's just adapting.
And yes, can I answer Deborah Randall? Yes, the 911 call was fake. It was about her, it was a play on her confessions, that Kenya Moore confessions. So it was like she was calling 911 to give her confession. So it was just a part of the marketing. Not so much that she actually called the police on Britt. That's just my opinion. I think it was
Yeah,
just marketing.
I didn't think, yeah, I think it was marketing. I didn't think it was real either. I didn't think of it as real, to be honest with you. Innocent Instigator said, I had to adapt. My son went to Nebraska and married a mixed girl whose family is a Trump supporters. I can't be much. Oh, girl, I feel sorry for you. But well done in adapting. Well done in adapting. I would have just put earplugs in and ignored their sorry asses, in my opinion. That's how I adapt. Simone said, I agree. Depending on the man and the family, you may have to code switch when in their company. I understand, Simone. I agree with that too. I
Hey,
agree with that
Lala,
too. So let me.
I have a question for you, and then I'm going to drop down.
Okay.
Who do you think Boz is going to usher in? Do you think it's going to be someone of a different race, or do you think it's going to be a Black woman? And I asked
What do
that
you mean
because
usher in?
she's going to bring someone on the show. Even if she doesn't bring anyone on the show, I think that she's going to have someone maybe just pop in, and yeah, that we'll start seeing more of.
I'll be honest with you. She might just because of what's being said online, and she can see it, right?
Right.
Because if you go to her Instagram comments, it's a mess. It's a mess in there. Okay. Just because of what she's seeing and to back herself up, she's going to bring herself a Black woman. Dee answered your question too.
Okay.
I've
Well, I
always
don't have
been
my
myself.
glasses on.
Okay. She said,
Okay,
I've
go ahead.
always
Read it
been
for me.
myself.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I will. She goes, I've always been myself, and my family are who they are when the two families get together. It is what it is. He's always himself, and they know that and respect him. I love that for you.
Okay.
And she said, no disrespect to it.
Okay. Thank you for answering.
Yeah, she
Okay.
said no disrespect taken. So two, I want to play this for you. I want to play this, and then we're going to go out. So let me just play this for everybody.
Okay.
This is another one that I put together. I'm going to play two of them actually. So I love this one.
Bye-bye, bitch.
Okay, I'm going to play that one more time. Sorry.
Bye-bye, bitch.
too. I'm just in love with it. I've been playing it all day since I set it up. That guy is hilarious.
Who he telling bye-bye to?
To Sutton.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a reel that I put together, and it's basically him saying bye-bye bitch to Sutton, like bye, because she unfollowed
Gotcha.
her, right?
Gotcha.
So,
She
and there's
sure
one more.
did.
Yes, I'm happy she did that, and there's one more I want to show.
Man, I will leave you in I'm the leaving queen. I will leave you in a second. You just act like you want to act like you want to act like you want to hurt me or my kids. I'm out of there.
Let me just play it for the people that don't understand. Okay, let me play this again.
Man, I will leave you in I'm the leaving queen. I will leave you in a second. You just act like you want to act like you want to act like you want to hurt me or my kids. I'm out of there.
Yes.
She said, "Oh, my kids."
Oh, my kids.
If you act like you want to act like you want to act like. I love that, Lala.
I love it. I love it. And on that note, we're going to leave it here tonight. Thank you to every single one of you joining me. I wish Garcelle the best. I am so happy she did what she did. She's going to far greater things. I'm really happy for her. I want to say thank you to every single one of you for joining me, listening to me, and listening to my point of view. It is what it is. We can agree to disagree.
Yes.
I love different opinions over here. I love it. And don't take me wrong, I don't take it either way. It's all cool over here. I want to thank my amazing, beautiful, uplifting sister.
Aww.
Checks on me to Latrice.
Hey, I'm so glad I got a chance to come up here. Thank you for having me, Lala.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate you and I adore you. I just want you to know that, okay?
Likewise.
Checking in on me. I really appreciate that. And it means a lot more than you know, okay?
Yes. And y'all please go over there. She got about 2,200 people over there. Y'all go in there and show the sister the love. All they need is 30 seconds. I mean, what is it? 30 seconds? 30 seconds. Just give her 30 seconds at least. You know what I'm saying? If you're not no twirl team on Team Twirl, let's support a sister just because we support a sister. Yeah, I am too.
But I'm still gonna support. I'm still gonna watch. You know, that's what it's about. Just we don't have to be team her to watch and see her point of view. You know, a lot has been said about her, and it's about time that she stood her business. And
she said more accountability. That she know what happened is what happened, and she's taking more accountability. That's her thing now. MOORE accountability. So y'all, so she recognized that she went too far.
Accountability. I agree with you too. And I think Brit is not taking enough accountability. She's coming up with more lies, more sinister things, and it's not making sense. You know what I mean? I feel like she needs to shut up at this point.
Brit is acting like that girl named Dusty that we used to see on that show. Something's weird with her.
Yep. Do you remember what I said 2 weeks ago about her? What did I say?
I do. You said that she was narcissistic. Didn't you tell me she was narcissistic?
Yes, I said she's narcissistic and she's giving me Dusty vibes.
Yep.
Back friend.
Yep. Y'all, she acts just like them.
Yeah, I said it. I said it from the beginning. And I see a lot of people taking points. Yes.
I wonder. Listen, you know how Dusty used to be out down there in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a subculture in Atlanta. And here you have, now you have, and you see Portia. Let's keep it real, y'all. Y'all know about Portia. You know, Portia was hanging out with R. Kelly. I'm just saying, we know about Portia. So when they say that a person's past should be in their past, yes. However, I'm old enough to remember the video vixen era and how it changed and how it became the pass around era. I'm just saying. I remember that. And
I remember that too.
You remember Lala? It changed.
I remember it. I
Yes.
remember it, and I'm not gonna lie, the video vixen chicks were out here doing their business.
In
And
the
now
beginning.
because it's no
Yep.
longer happening, they've
Nope.
become escorts, in my opinion. And that
They
is
have.
happening. You can see there's more escorts out here doing what they're doing. And I
Uh,
wouldn't be surprised that Dusty did that, but who wants that Dusty? Like, she is Dusty.
right.
No one wants that. No, her attitude stinks. And escorts have the right attitude, and they have to sell themselves, not just the body. They have to sell their
La la.
personality to get a
Can
man.
you go? Let me see. Can you go on Brit's page and show the photo with her in front of that black Rolls Royce SUV that they looked like
With
that
her
they were going to
husband?
buy? Yes, with her husband.
Okay, let me do
If you can
okay.
pull it
I'll
up.
do that and you carry on talking. I'll do that one
Okay.
moment.
But y'all, this is, I mean, it just came to me. Think about it. We already knew, and shout out to the New York people, Shawnee, my sis, shout out to y'all. We already knew that hip hop, the rise and the development in the beginning of hip hop really started up north. It was New York who brought it on the scene. And with that scene, we started seeing more of not just the level of the difference where it was wholesome in a way, it was political in a way, it was dancing was the forefront of everything. Then it changed. Then you brought in the pretty girls, and the
Yeah,
pretty
the light skinned
girls,
pretty girls.
yep, like the
Yep.
Melissa
Can I ask
Fords,
you what picture is it? Which one is
huh?
it? Is it a video or a picture? Is it a video or a picture?
It may have been a video, but I think it may have been a couple of pictures that she put like a video. But she's
And she's
sitting,
sitting. Oh, she's half naked in a sheer dress in front of Rolls Royce, right?
yeah, and she's doing the whole pose.
Yeah, I can see it. I've seen it.
If you
She
can, yeah,
basically has nothing on. You can see on her underwear.
and the pose itself. That the pose itself is how prostitutes, excuse me, or
Okay.
whore. I mean, you know what I'm saying. And
Okay,
pimps
check your
pose.
Insta too. Check your
Okay,
Insta. See if this is that one I sent you, because I'm not. Because there's a whole
okay.
lot of hoe poses out
So
here. I don't know.
we she said, no, 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 not that one. Hold on, let me get it. Let me get it. It was in the clip. I'm gonna go grab it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, let me grab that one for you. But y'all, so then you had the Melissa Fords, and that's when records company had big dollars. They were making big dollars. So these women were getting $1 million, $500,000 just to appear in a video. That's when it was a business. And then here comes Superhead. You know what I'm saying? Superhead done turned the game around, and and it started to transition at that point. And then, of course, the way we had Napstar, when the pirating of music came, that's when music companies and record companies started losing a whole lot of money. So those budgets and those big budgets, that shit came down. So then you get down here, and all of a sudden, we got Magic City, we got BMF, those boys that's coming up from up north, coming down south, because we were still a little slow down south, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even though things were moving down here, and I can't lie. I have to always remember this, because my father got a mandatory minimum of 20 years for kingpin charges, even though they said he didn't look like a kingpin, or he wasn't. I maybe was naive. So then you had stuff was moving through the South, and Atlanta started building up. Let me back up. Atlanta started building up when, Delta Airlines built the hub in Atlanta, because had Delta built it in Birmingham, who was playing hardball with them, Birmingham probably would have been in Atlanta, but they were playing hardball. So you had this big airline that built this hub, became an international airport, and boom, everything started coming through Atlanta. You got the entertainment industry. You had the Magic City, the strip clubs, the Black Chinas, the White Chinas. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff was becoming popular, but now it was on a different level, on a sexual level. You got the dope boys. You know what I'm saying? You got dope boys who trying to wash their money into rappers and entertainment and different clubs. So now,
I agree with that.
yeah,
I agree with you on that.
and she that era where they're from, that was nothing new. So I believe wholeheartedly she probably did her thing. A lot of
They
women
did do
probably
their
did their
thing.
thing.
They
You know what
did
I'm
because
saying?
they were making money. People really don't like to listen, but video vixens were making money. Like to have that it girl, you had to pay that money, and they were fighting over that it girl, and they were making the money. Superhead ruined it when she brought out those books about what she was doing behind the scenes, because a lot of them weren't doing that what she was doing. If you get my drift, they used to make their
Right. They
money going.
were.
You
They
know,
were.
some were, not all of them, but some were. And she kind of ruined the game, and then it started to die down a little bit, and then they started going to escorting and stuff. Hello, Inez, welcome. Hope you're well. And they started to go into, this kind of level of thing, and you can see it. But I'm saying this, Dusty does not have the escorting abilities, in my opinion. She just ain't. She ain't got it. First, like to me, she's trash. You know what I mean? Like escorting chicks need to look like Brit. Like as much as we don't like Brit, let's keep it real. Body 10-10, even if it's fake. 10-10. The face, I ain't feeling that much. She just needs to lower the dosage of her, collagen and her fillers and things like that. But she is a pretty girl. You got to give it to her. Dusty, bless her heart. We saw the reunion. There's one titty going to the left, the other's going to the right. Okay, one is dropped, the other's up. Hair was a mess. Body was a mess. She has a straight stank attitude. She ain't gonna make it. There's nothing vixen about Destiny. Nothing vixen about her, and that's just my opinion. But Brit, she has it. She has that charm. She has that charisma. She has the body and the sex appeal. And it is what it is. Like when you're selling that, you need to come 10-10 with it. You can't be half-hearted with it. So I'm just gonna read a comment that Simone said. That part, Lala. Bose may bring a black woman that she's fake friends with to throw her under the bus to prove her loyalty to the white women she truly wants to win over and impress. Thank you very. I adore you, Simone. I love you, boo. I just know you, me, always on the right level of thinking. Thank you very much.
Why you had to say why you had to roll that R when you said right level of thinking? I be on the right level of thinking with you too, la la.
We are. No, you are. I'm not gonna lie, but me and Simone, I've noticed we be in chats, and she says exactly what I'm saying. She says exactly what I'm thinking. That's what I'm trying to say to you. She thinks the same way I think, because I see it, and I'm like, why is no one else seen it? Because I feel like I personally dealt with too many women like Bose, in my opinion. I have. I'm gonna. Oh, I have a really good topic coming up this week too. I really need you to be there for it. Is basically growing up black growing up black but having no black friends. So I hope everybody can join me for that segment. It's going to be good. It's about a British woman that is a black lady, but she at the age of 26 is only when she started making black friends, and she got ripped apart from it. And I want to give my 2 cents in it, because I kind of understand why that happened, because society in 2005 and 99, from 1999 to 2005, it was totally different era. It was totally different era. So I understand why that happened for her. I truly get it, and I wanted to give my 2 cents into that. So I hope everybody joins me for that, because that's going to be a great topic that I think a lot of people can relate to, because I can't relate to Bose because I met too many women like Bose in my field. In the healthcare field, I've met too many women like Bose. Okay? And that's why I think I dislike her the way I dislike her. But I don't knock her hustle. I don't knock what she does, what she needs to do. But I don't agree with trampling over women to get to your position. I don't.
Right.
Your black people.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just not like that. I never have been, never will be, even though, people tend to call me not black because I'm African, Somali African, and I don't have the black features. I am still a black woman. You understand? I'm still a black woman. I'm still going to support my people, So I want to say that. Okay, and there was one more comment I just wanted to read. Shawnee said the biggest video, where is it? Here it is. The biggest video vixen was Superhead, and she was the queen of video vixens. Yes. There's also this Cuban woman that was in Big Pin, that one with the big
Oh, you
fat
talking about Aaron Hall's baby mama. I
Oh
can't
yeah.
remember her name. Gloria. Yeah,
Oh
Gloria.
no.
Big Glow.
Yeah, she made Big Pimpin' video, boy. She made that video because there was all people were talking about was her jumping up and down like that.
Lala, have you ever heard how Aaron Hall described meeting her?
No.
That was the worst thing I ever heard of in my life.
What did he
And
say?
I have to send it to you.
Okay, send it to me. Let me discuss it
Have
another day.
any of y'all heard the interview of Aaron Hall talking about meeting Gloria? Let me see what her name. I can't remember her last name, y'all, but she was mixed. She was Latina X. Latin X is what they call them. I don't know. The ones with
I think she was Cuban though. I remember her saying that. I remember them saying she was Cuban. I do recall of that, but I'm not too sure. But I do recall of that. Um. Okay, so D said body and sex appeal, okay, but charm and yes, D. We don't understand it, but let me tell you something. I watched something on TikTok. You learn so many things, right? And there's an Australian woman that actually is an escort, and people fly her out. When I mean fly her out, I mean fly her out. The only country she don't go to is Dubai because she don't want to be potty, potty stuff. If you get my drift, everybody. But she gets flown out everywhere, and she spoke about it. She goes, what her customers like about her is her charm, and she's charming. I didn't even watch her. She just came up on my page one day. I was like, what's she talking about? All she does is count her Australian dollars or how much she made that day. And you will see the messages, like she'll show you messages of what her customers say. And they say, you charming, you listen, you have charisma, and you have to have everything to sell you, because you have to think they're paying thousands to fly you out, and she gets flown out only to spend 4 hours with her. She gives them 4 hours and she charges $2,000, $3,000, right? Best believe she's going to give it all. And she finds actually men that actually don't even want to do anything with her, and all they do is sit and just have a glass of wine and dinner with her, and they fly her out. She was flown into China a couple of weeks back. Her and her friend did a tag team.
Right.
When I'm telling you these women are crazy out here. They are. You have to have the charm, because a lot of these men. Okay, I did a segment on lonely men. Men now in Japan, men hire women to be silent partners. Okay, I'm going to do a video on this. I'll drop it one day. They hire women to be silent partners. What they mean silent is walk alongside, not even touch them, nothing. Just walk alongside them and be there for them, even though they want you to make it look like you guys are together. That's how sad the world has become. Women and men are hired to be silent partners, because a lot of people do not want to talk. They do not want the hassle of relationship, but they want somebody there. They want somebody that, even if they pay them, they just want to be there. It's crazy. I'm going to look for it and I'm going to put it together. D, I know what you mean. You haven't listen. I don't. These things that just it comes out of nowhere for me, dear. I don't even want to know, but I get so intrigued to think I would pay money to someone walk alongside me silently. It's just to have the presence. They need presence around them. They feel so lonely and they enjoy the loneliness, but sometimes they just need someone to be there for them. It's sad that they don't have that in real life with friends or family, but it is what it is. And it's happening a lot. People think it's just Asia. No, it's happening everywhere, unfortunately. I'm going to look for this video because I saw it months back. I'm going to look for it, hopefully. Okay, so I just want to say this. I just saw something. Okay, Cheryl said it. Where did she say? Okay, I deal with those types in my organization. Listen, Cheryl. Let me tell you something. You just have to smile at them. The amount of times I could have lost my ish, and I didn't, and all I had to do was just keep on smiling, because they really want to rattle you up to make it look like, look, she's the angry black woman. I'm the cool one. Like me, I'm cool. Be with me, I'm cool. What she don't understand is I am a refugee that came here at 3 years old. Okay? If anybody's used to discrimination, it's me, honey. I can adapt to anywhere. You throw me somewhere and I will adapt. I'm a communications major for a reason. I know my surroundings and I know how to deal with it. But they didn't know that. They didn't know about it until they realized I'm not the one. And I made it clear to everybody, don't let this scar fool you, because I still am not the one. I'll put it backwards and repent the next day. I will do that. And I made that clear, but I never gave myself, never gave them the opportunity to portray me to be somebody I'm not. I never did. Never did. So I agree with you, Cheryl. Like, I understand how hard that could be as well. Hey, Rose Armstead, welcome. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. Is there anything you want to say?
No, and thank you so much for having me. And this has been a great conversation. And I look forward to the next one. And we can
Okay,
finish
I
this
look forward
up.
to the next one too. I got a great stuff coming up. Thank you too for being here with me, sis. Like I
No
said, I adore
problem.
you. I
All right.
adore you dearly.
Take care.
All right, you too,
Bye,
honey.
everyone.
Bye, everyone. But I want to say to everyone, thank you so much for joining me. This has been a great discussion. I just want to say one thing. It's okay to do you. Okay? It's okay. We have to normalize this. It's okay to do what's right for you, because only you can live with your doings. You understand? Only you can live with what you've done, and you have to be happy and you have to be proud of yourself in order to continue. I, for one, may not agree with the way Garcelle handled it at the reunion, and I would have loved her to read them. However, knowing who Garcelle is and the way she conducts herself, she did what was right for her and she kept it moving, and I'm very happy that she did what was best for her. And that should be the lesson of all of this. Do what's best for you and not think about the outside noise. Okay, so I want to say that and end it with that. And I also want to say thank you so much for being here with me. I truly appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you again, because I got more content coming, God willing, because I am going through a lot at the moment, but I'm pushing through. If Melody taught me anything, is to push through and do the best you can. So I'm going to keep coming up here, keep coming up with different topics, and I'm really excited to bring you some new things to talk about. Simone Wealthy said, Lala, I think Bose is the modern day Oprah Winfrey. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, because she's another one I never liked. I never fell for I never drank the Kool-Aid with her either. You know what I mean? I've never done that. So, Rose, I'm sorry, hon. Yes, watch the replay. Watch the replay. So, thank you, everyone. Until next time.
It's the way that we rock, will we do